Retail crime costs the United States billions of dollars a year. We'll find out how we're fighting retail crime locally.
Christmas is a time of giving. We'll tell you the most precious gift you can give this holiday season.
I'm Carrie.
And I'm Lon Bakey. We're coming to you from the Maplewood Mall, where we'll be focusing on retail crime this month.
Organized retail crime costs the United States about $30 billion each year. And as the gift-giving season increases, so does retail crime.
Loss Prevention Manager Carrie Bergen joins us to talk about retailers and how they combat crime.
Welcome, Carrie.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What exactly does a loss prevention manager do?
Oh, many things, but the simple version is that we protect the company's assets.
Okay.
So the assets are obviously the merchandise, the money, the building itself, and the employees.
Okay.
And how closely do you work with the retail crime officers?
Maplewood is terrific. We work very closely with the officers in the mall and also the other officers.
How do the holidays affect retail crime, loss prevention?
It actually gets a lot worse over the holidays because of the fact that there's so many more shoppers.
Mm-hmm.
Grab and goes, people just coming in and just grabbing stacks of merchandise and running out the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Smash and grabs, people that break into registers.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
things like that. So it's a lot busier for us.
Now you just mentioned a lot of the crimes that happen. What is the most common or the biggest one that you face?
Around the holidays, it's grab and goes. People parking right outside certain doors and just running in and running out with merchandise. That's the biggest one for us.
How much money would you say that retailers in and around the mall lose during the holidays to retail crime?
Well, I would say overall, we lose about 65% to 70% of what we lose a year, and that's just in the months of November and December.
Oh, just in 2 months, wow.
Now, without giving away of all the criminals are out there, what are some measures you put in place to combat the crime?
Well, we obviously building a really strong relationship with the police department. We have special security devices that go on merchandise, but we staff more. We have meetings with our store employees so they know what the signs to look for to call loss prevention if need be. But basically, it's really working closely with the Maplewood Police.
And is there any advice you can give the viewers that they can do maybe to help combat the retail crime?
Don't buy stolen merchandise.
That'll work.
I mean, that's the biggest one. And, support the retailers by not buying stolen merchandise.
Awesome.
Now, just so everybody knows, if you buy stolen merchandise, that is a crime.
Yes,
So
definitely.
you will get charged.
Definitely.
And you will lose what you purchased.
Yes.
All right. Thank you
so
very much, Carrie.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break, but first,
Here's our very own and very jolly St. Nick Kreckler with this month's Community Minute.
Hello, I'm Nick Kreckler. Winter arrived early this year, and if it's anything like last year, we've got a long road ahead of us. So make sure you're winter ready when you head out on the highway. There are over 21,000 crashes on snow and ice-covered roads in 2013 in Minnesota, killing 49 people and injuring over 6,000. First and foremost, take your time and plan ahead during poor winter driving conditions. Also, don't be a tailgating driver. You may be in a hurry and easily annoyed by people practicing cautious driving, but your road rage behavior can end up killing someone else. If the National Weather Service advises against travel, obey those warnings. There's a reason for them. The Minnesota Department of Public Safety suggests everyone put together a winter survival kit for your car. It should include boots, hats and gloves, a blanket, flashlight, matches, food, water, and a bright ribbon to hang from your car's window to alert authorities if you're stranded. If you end up getting stranded, you'll be glad you planned ahead. So take some extra time, get prepared, and slow down during poor driving conditions. We want to see that number of deaths on our Minnesota roads disappear. I'm Nick Kreckler, throwing it back to our hostess after the break.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun?
You're not sitting here.
Yes, I am.
Move! Give it to him hard!
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back. Did you know that one blood donation can save up to 3 lives?
The donation of the blood is the best gift you can give. And as we hear the next story, banks need blood. Take a look.
Well, the number one reason we hear that people don't donate is because they've never been asked. So that's a great thing, is we're asking people to donate blood and become a blood donor.
Someone needs blood every 2 seconds in the United States, and more than 41,000 donations are needed daily. Yet less than 10% of the eligible donor population donates.
During the holiday season, it's especially a challenging time to collect blood because people are busy with holiday activities, doing things that aren't really routine, and they forget about blood donation.
Providers say donating is simple, safe, and takes about an hour.
Yeah, you're going to be done pretty quick here.
The American Red Cross runs 30 drives a day in Minnesota, including high schools. Sue Thasinga says the drives teach teens at an early age to give back.
It's easy for that demographic to give back in that way. It's something very meaningful to them. They know they've helped save lives, and it doesn't cost them a dime.
Matt Anderson has been donating blood since high school 10 years ago.
It's pretty simple to do. It isn't a huge time commitment. Come in like an hour every couple months and do something that's actually good.
Blood donation helps cancer patients, accident victims, premature babies, and many other people in need. and one donation can save up to 3 lives.
Of all the things you could donate your time doing, I think it's definitely one of the easiest, but one of the ones that kind of probably gives the most.
Actually, we moved up here at the end of October, so.
For more information on blood donations and where you can donate, log on to redcrossblood.org.
We're here at the Maplewood Mall, where holiday shoppers will multiply as it gets closer to Christmas.
And criminals are just waiting for an opportunity to steal from them. Maplewood's retail crime officers, Katie Lynch and Derek Fritze, are going to tell us what you can do to minimize your chances of being victimized. Welcome, Derek and Katie.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
I'm assuming you're Katie and you're Derek.
That's correct.
All right, got that one right.
Okay.
So other than drinking coffee, which is a very common police officer thing, can you tell me what the retail crime officers do?
We are responsible for responding to any in-progress calls at the mall, whether it's a shoplifter or a disturbance call, occasionally any crashes in the parking lot, which happen as things get busier up here, as well as investigating any frauds, credit card frauds, forgeries, and those kinds of financial related crimes.
All right, well, how does the job here differ from that of patrol?
What we do here at the mall, we're stationed at the mall. We have an office here. We're not out in patrol squad stopping in vehicles. We deal with a lot of the incidents that happen at the retail stores instead of out responding to calls at houses or stopping vehicles and doing traffic enforcement.
Now I know crime trends go up and down, but do you know in the mall here, what have they been lately?
I've definitely seen an uptick in thefts. I don't know about Derek on his days working, but I've definitely seen the summer was busy. It slowed down a little bit in the fall, and within the last 2 to 3 weeks, it's definitely gotten busier again.
What are the criminals doing, and how are they doing it?
Well, they're figuring out new ways to steal from stores. We see a lot of theft and return fraud, returning to merchandise where they can get gift cards or other return merchandise so they can sell it for money. And other than that, just stealing in general from multiple stores, coming in, grabbing empty shopping bags and loading up merchandise and walking out of any of the retail stores.
Now, does any of that crime change during the holiday season? Is it different?
I haven't worked a holiday season here yet, so we'll see. I don't think it probably will. I think it'll probably be just the same methods that they use. There'll probably just be more of it.
All right, well, having things stolen from you, to include your identity, can be traumatizing for people. Can you share any success stories that either of you have had in dealing with that?
Yeah, I just recently I just had gotten a call about somebody was on the bus. They lost their wallet on the bus. I called that said his credit card was used at multiple stores here at the mall. Within a time period, I was able to track down the transactions, get some, speak with the manager at the store it was purchased at, and he happened to just come up to me and point out the person who did it was actually still in the mall. So just made contact with that person, found the stolen credit cards and the receipts that were used to purchase things, and he actually had the stolen items that he stole shoes. He actually had them on his feet. So we arrested him for using stolen credit cards.
Nice.
And so getting them back to the victim within hours of him losing them with an arrest. So it was a good impact.
Now I know the retail crime position is difficult. We've both done it. During the holiday season, I think that gets even harder at times. Can you tell me what influence or what benefit it is to having the retail crime departments helping you out?
I mean, the partnership with our retailers and mall security, it's imperative. We rarely have to call for any officers off the road, take them away from their patrol function. Security is there to always back us up. The retailers are always really good about calling in any suspicious people. They know what to look out for. There are our eyes and ears out here, and they'll call it in. We can respond and take care of the problem.
And it's kind of nice because there's a direct link. You can talk direct with them.
Yes.
So they're like on scene as it goes and can direct you in the right direction.
All real time.
Right. We get to know who calls on certain things and what to really the different things that each of the specific retailers have issues with. So I know if a certain store calls about something, I know, okay, that there's an issue, it needs to be addressed, whether it's a shoplifter or something like that. So we get to know each retailer and the managers and the loss prevention to know how we should respond as well.
Sure. Very nice. What can people do to prevent being victims?
A variety of things from inside the mall, just making sure you're keeping an eye on your own property. We run into a lot of problems where people put their purses down or put their bags down and they forget about them, and then they're gone 10 minutes later, and we run into them being victimized that way. But just being generally precautious about everything with your own property, just being aware of your surroundings as well, and then just as terms of outside, just keeping anything valuable out of view in your vehicles, and just being aware of, again, your surroundings.
And keeping stuff out of view in your vehicles reminds me of, if you bring items to your vehicle, do not go back into the mall.
No.
You just told the criminals where your stuff is.
There are people out there watching in the parking lots.
Once the items are in your car, leave the mall, or at least go to a different spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And never leave your purse, wallet, phone, etc., in the car.
No.
If you
even out of view, you don't want to leave any of those items in your car.
If you brought it, carry it with you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck on the holiday season.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Winter came early this year, and boy did it. And as we visit Facebook, we'll see people voicing their frustration.
Dreary days, dark nights, and the holidays can truly take a toll on people's mental health. Here are some ways to combat the winter blues and holiday stress.
The holidays are kind of that double-edged sword. It's a joyous occasion and there's a lot of it, but the holidays also come with a lot of expectations.
For some people, the holidays are a time of joy and togetherness. For others, the pressure to be perfect is overwhelming.
In the process, their values underneath the holidays kind of get lost in the shuffle of all the things that they have to do, and it becomes very task-oriented instead of just enjoyment-oriented.
Clinical psychologist Cindy Morey says 10% of the population suffers from holiday depression. By taking on too much, we miss out on what's important. People should ask themselves what matters most, what they can realistically accomplish, and let the rest go.
I think the holidays bring in a lot of expectations too, where people have a lot of expectations for themselves and we think we can take everything on and do it ourselves. And we want it to go just perfect for ourselves, for our families, for our loved ones, and that pressure builds up in us. So some of it just being realistic in our expectations too, that, you know what, everything may not go perfect or exactly as planned. And being realistic and knowing that's life.
The weather can exasperate the holiday blues. With shorter days, we're not getting enough sunlight to regulate our moods and sleep patterns. And when temperatures plummet, people often stay indoors.
We have our memories of a rough winter last year, and we're like, oh, here we go again. Absolutely. And the winter blues are real.
Dr. Morey suggests getting outdoors and moving. Exercise releases chemicals in our brains that naturally inflate our moods. Avoid too much caffeine and alcohol, and if you find your blues are lasting more than 2 weeks, it may be time for professional help.
For more of a clinical depression, when we would encourage people to get help or talk to somebody about it, is when they have more intense symptoms. So those feelings of sadness, they just don't go away.
We're going to take a quick break. Stick around.
There's more of your police report to come.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
In our last segment, we talked with retail crime officers Katie Lynch and Derek Fritze.
Maplewood Officer Glen McCarty will be taking over Officer Fritze's position in January. He joins us now to tell us about theft prevention in the new year. Welcome, Glen.
Welcome, Glen.
Thank you.
So can you tell me what your current position is with the Maplewood Police?
I'm currently assigned to the patrol division. I'm also a police paramedic and currently a crime scene investigator.
Tell us about what you know about retail crime and the switch over from patrol.
Okay. Well, previous to becoming a police officer, I actually worked in retail loss prevention for 8 years. I was a security manager for Montgomery Ward as well as JCPenney and caught shoplifters and employee theft. So I've dealt with a lot of the theft aspect of it.
So it'll be an easy transition.
I'm hoping.
Fairly, hopefully.
Hoping,
yes?
hoping.
Is there something you're going to focus on for the new year in this new role?
First, learning the job. I'm also, as a fraud and forgery investigator, unfamiliar with the investigation aspect of the job, so I'm hoping to really focus on just learning the job for the first part of the year.
You talk about learning the job. What do you see as the similarities and differences between working out on patrol on the street and working inside the mall?
I think we're going to deal with the same as far as disturbances, domestics, that kind of thing, and of course a lot more theft. So that'll be the difference, a lot more theft calls.
Now, I know you talked about learning the job, which, as Carrie and I both know, there's a lot to it, but is there something that you hope to accomplish? Do you have a goal set forth?
Well, and I think that's going to be fluid. I think once I learn the job and start learning the problems will change as we go, and so my focus will obviously be fluid and change as the problems change.
So you plan to be fairly flexible and
oh, absolutely.
Not get too wound up with...
Flexible like me.
Right. Right. Yes, because we all know how flexible Lon is. All
Absolutely.
right.
I've seen him in Pilates.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And you start in January?
Yes.
And are you excited?
Absolutely excited. I've been a street officer for 15 years, and I'm very much looking forward to something new and a different challenge.
Very good. Very good.
Wish you luck.
Thank you very much, Glen.
Thank you.
If we can do it, you can do it.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Just think of that when you're in there. You got it. If you'd like to learn more about retail crime and identity theft protection, check out these websites where you'll find a lot of information.
Law enforcement students have been assigned a special way to give this holiday, and it's all about teaching younger groups of students how to do the right thing. Here's that story.
Law enforcement students at Northeast Metro are used to hands-on assignments in Mary McGuire's class, but today, hands-on is taking on a whole new meaning.
You have to take it slow. I've messed up quite a few times and had to restart. You have to make sure you're looping everything the right way, and it gets easier as it goes on.
Students are learning to make hats for kindergartners at Webster Elementary. No easy task for some.
I'm still learning how to make hats out there, but yeah, we're trying to make hats. We're trying to reach our goal for giving at least one hat to each student at Webster.
Students will deliver the hats, gloves, and advice on how to be a good citizen this month to Webster kids. But beyond that, they're providing guidance. And what better group to provide it than high school students?
I was in like 4th and 5th grade. I would go to basketball games. I'd see the seniors and juniors playing basketball, and I just loved it so much. And I admired them, and like whenever they would talk to me, I'd get so excited. So I feel like that would have the same experience for the kindergartner.
I really feel that a teenager talking to a kindergartner like that'll like really make a difference in their lives.
Students say they care about making a difference and are happy to provide help where it's needed.
A lot of them there are like in the best home, so like whatever help we can give them is like really, really great.
We want to thank you for joining us this month. Have a safe and happy holiday, and Merry Christmas.
We'll see you next time. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
So we're waiting for the retail crime manager and Carrie. Has anybody seen him? I'm getting a little tired of waiting.